Hello, Marky Dragon, also known as Marcus Eikenberry in real life, and I got a question here from Angry Bigfoot. He says, how to develop a strong work ethic. First and foremost, let me say I love your videos. Thank you. And he was watching an interview that I did with an older gentleman that was with Burning Crusade a couple years ago, and he's been hooked ever since. Yeah, that was Lobo. And he is like 80 something now and still a hardcore gamer. Yep. I just wanted to know, since you talked about working 80 hours a week for the government in the past, how does one develop that? You know, I think that I never said that that I worked 80 hours a week for the government. I think it was more like I had a government job that I was working 40 hours a week, plus I was working doing my own thing for another 40 hours a week for, 80 hours or more total. That sense of working long, hard, and productive hours. I'm currently in a situation now where I'm not paid hourly, but rather how much work I can accomplish. Okay, so that's not bad. That means that if you are a really top producer, you can make really good money. If you're not very good at it, you could be working below minimum wage. There is no glass roof with this job, and I can make as much money as I can work toward, but ultimately I find myself just doing the bare minimum to get by. Is there any tips or thoughts you can share with me on how to work harder and longer hours, or is it just a matter of finding a different job field in which I'm passionate about? Well, I think that if you don't have any drive right now for what you're doing, and you're just doing just enough to get by, obviously you don't care about it too much, do you? I think that there is a difference between when you are working for someone else. It's more so a job. You don't have as much room for improvement, even if it is production based, like what you say. Like, let's just say that you're, door-to-door salesman, and the more product you sell, the more money you make. Or you're a car salesman, and the more cars you sell, the more money you make. There's of course incentive there to do as much as you can, and some people are incentivized just by that to work a lot of long hours, but other people are not. And so I do know some people that just do the bare minimum to get by, and it's because they're just at a job and they don't really care, and they just need their bills met, and they don't it's not their passion, it's just their living. Now, for myself, how does this work for me? I actually have like this internal motor. And this motor says that that I am driven to create content and to produce and to make stuff. Whether that be making videos, or whether that be, sales in our store, or whether that be happy customers. And so, I'm not sure where that comes from, but I can tell you that I've had crappy jobs. And I've had plenty of crappy jobs, and I have tried to make the best of those jobs. And when my bosses let me really be like an entrepreneur, which is an entrepreneur that works inside a company for the development of the company, then I've done quite well. And I've worked a lot of hours, and in fact, if they had a cap, it was like only 40 hours a week, then I would end up sometimes working hours that I didn't even claim, just because I was driven to produce, to get that feedback, whether that feedback be my boss saying great job, or that feedback being customers saying that, or whether or not we were able to have higher production and everything. Now, when it's my own company, or when I have control of much more than just being a job. It's a different deal, because now my success that I'm driven to have, if I really hit it big on something, then I am rewarded really big. If I don't hit anything really big, then, as long as it's paying the bills, I'm having a good time doing it. And so and I don't know what drives me. Is it like a gambler that says that, someday eventually, if I keep dropping money into this slot machine, I'm going to hit a big payout. And maybe there's some of that in there, some of that risk reward, but it's not. I don't believe in gambling. I have gambled before. I do gamble sometimes, but I only use what I call entertainment funds to do that, and it's never very much. And when I run out of the initial money, I'm gone. I'm done. I cash out, and that's one of the ways when I play Texas Hold'em and stuff. People get irritated with me. I'll play for a couple of hours, and I'll be up by 2 or 3 times on my money, and I say, I'm out of here. And people get ticked off because they're like, you're not going to give us a chance to win your money back? And I'm like, we just had 2 hours for you to get my money. But that's just how I am. Now, as far as motivation goes, maybe you need to fake it until you make it. God, I don't know. Because what it is for me is just an internal drive. Okay. Thinking about this, I'm sure you have internal drive for something, whether that be video games, playing video games, or whether that be that you're an artist and you love to create art, or whether you love to have sex. So let's take these 3 examples. And so let's say you love to play video games. Well, you just better get damn good. Work your job that pays your bills, and spend all your time trying to improve so that you can figure out how to make money playing video games. So there we have that. Let's see, what was the middle one? Shit, I don't remember. But the third one was sex. Okay, so you better start working out, buddy, and move to Southern California or wherever it is that they make the, porn videos, and start putting your application in. Because if you love it, you may as well do it for a living. But, I'm just saying, it could be with anything. Oh, artist, yes. And so take your art. My buddy, Shitty Watercolors. Have you guys seen him? Look up Shitty Watercolors on YouTube, and you'll see that this guy, he's not an expert painter. He does watercolors. He does some, some pretty fantastic art, and he has no training whatsoever. And he is having enough success with it now that he might be able to start looking at just doing YouTube full time and doing his videos. Or selling his paintings. He did this whole thing about, he has this kind of strange obsession about like sloths, and he went and took a bunch of celebrities and turned them into sloth paintings. And when he did that, he got some attention for that. And then he did, I think, the cast of Game of Thrones, all as sloths in watercolors. And then he displayed them all on a video. The next thing you know, BBC is calling, saying, hey, this is wonderful. And he was on like MSNBC and other things. And, it's really quite interesting. So he's turned his passion for, I guess, painting and sloths into a what could turn into a living. I think he's in university right now, and so he doesn't. I don't know that he has a day job, but I think he's studying. But he may very well be creating his day job right now with his YouTube channel, and then put that to good use. He could end up doing what he loves and not whatever degree he's working on. I don't know. So I hope that helps. Try some things out until something sticks. And I can tell you that myself, I have loved to play games. I'm first generation gamer, and meaning that I was a kid in the 70s when the games were just coming out, and I had many jobs, but my passion was always video games, and I have figured out how to be here in the video game industry doing what I do. So I really enjoy it. Hope that helps. I'm Marky Dragon. Take care, and there is a link in the description to Shitty Watercolors, to his Shitty Watercolors YouTube channel. And by the way, we also do giveaways on our site, so do click the link, go to our site, and you can sign up for free. We're giving away Eve ship models, we give away all kinds of other codes and stuff, and it's all free. It's from our store. And our store helps support these videos. So if you buy anything from our store, you end up helping to support these videos. So hope that all helps. I'm Marky Dragon. Take care.